What if I told you that you don't need to play games, change who you are, or follow some manipulative dating advice to attract the person you truly desire? Imagine becoming so irresistible that people are naturally drawn to you, not because of superficial tricks, but because of who you've become at your core. This isn't some secret no one's ever shared. It's ancient wisdom that most have forgotten. Today, we're diving into 10 powerful Stoic principles that will transform not only your relationships, but your entire life. And the best part, you won't have to compromise your authenticity for a single second. Let's face it, dating today feels like a battlefield. You're bombarded with advice to play hard to get, to act like you don't care, or to become someone else just to attract the person you're interested in. It's exhausting, and let's be honest, it feels fake. But what if I told you the real secret to attraction lies in mastering yourself? What if the key to drawing people to you naturally wasn't about pretending, but about stepping into your power and letting them chase you? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds the key to mastering yourself in a way that makes you magnetic, not just in dating, but in every area of your life. Stoicism isn't about dull, emotionless living. It's about emotional mastery, self-control, and becoming the best version of yourself. And trust me, when you get this right, everything changes. No more chasing, no more games. People will be drawn to you, not because of who you pretend to be, but because of who you truly are. By the end of this video, you'll understand how 10 timeless Stoic principles can help you build deeper, more meaningful relationships without ever compromising your true self. So, stay tuned. You're about to discover a secret most people will never know. Let's break it down. Number 1. Cultivate inner peace. Imagine walking into a room and instantly becoming the most intriguing person there, not because of how you look, but because of the energy you carry. This kind of magnetism comes from one thing: inner peace. In today's world, everyone's caught up in a whirlwind of neediness, constantly seeking validation, attention, and approval from others. But here's the truth: the more you need someone's approval, the more power you give away. People can sense it, and it repels them. Now imagine the opposite, being so grounded in yourself, so at peace with who you are, that you no longer need anything from anyone. You become emotionally self-sufficient. That is what makes you truly magnetic. Inner peace sends a powerful signal to the people around you that you're strong, independent, and unfazed by external drama. And guess what? People are drawn to that kind of calm confidence like a magnet. Think about it. We're all naturally attracted to those who don't let life's little frustrations shake them. The person who doesn't panic when things don't go their way, who doesn't overreact when a text isn't answered immediately. This is the heart of Stoicism, controlling your reactions and focusing on what you can control. When you're not emotionally dependent on others, you send a clear message. I don't need you to be happy, but I choose you because I want you in my life. And here's the kicker: people want to be chosen by someone who doesn't need them. So, if you've ever found yourself getting anxious or stressed about someone not texting back, or if you felt like you're walking on eggshells trying to get someone's attention, stop. Focus on cultivating your inner peace, and you'll notice that people start chasing you for a change. Number 2. Focus on self-improvement. Here's a harsh truth: chasing someone never works. The more you run after someone, the more you push them away. It's not just a cliché, it's human psychology. When you chase, you communicate neediness and desperation, and that is an instant turn-off. But there's a solution that flips the script entirely. Stop chasing them and start chasing your own growth. Self-improvement isn't just about looking better or making more money. It's about leveling up every part of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, and when you do that, something incredible happens. You become so focused on becoming the best version of yourself that you stop worrying about whether someone likes you. You're too busy crushing your goals, working on your passions, and improving yourself. And that's when people start noticing you, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you've turned yourself into someone worth noticing. Think about the people you're attracted to. Are they chasing you, or are they busy chasing their own dreams and ambitions? We're naturally drawn to those who are driven, confident, and on their own path. Why? Because it shows that they don't need someone else to complete them. They're already whole, and that makes them incredibly attractive. So instead of spending time obsessing over whether they like you or if you're good enough for them, ask yourself, am I living up to my own potential? When you focus on self-improvement, you'll not only feel better about yourself, but you'll also become the kind of person that others are irresistibly drawn to. Number 3. Master emotional control. Emotions run high when you're dating or trying to attract someone. There's excitement, anxiety, insecurity, and sometimes even jealousy. And while it's normal to feel all these things, how you react to them makes all the difference. Have you ever said something in a moment of anger or insecurity that you regretted? Maybe you've sent a text you wish you could take back. We've all been there. But here's where Stoicism comes in. Emotional control is your most powerful tool, and mastering it will change everything. Stoicism teaches that no matter what happens, you are in control of how you respond. This means that even when someone doesn't act the way you want them to, whether they don't text back quickly or show interest in someone else, you remain calm, composed, and unshaken. And here's the thing, emotional control doesn't just make you feel better, it makes you more attractive. Think about it. Who do you find more appealing? The person who reacts with jealousy and insecurity at the smallest thing, or the person who remains calm, collected, and unfazed? Emotional maturity is sexy. It shows that you're in control of your life, and that kind of confidence is magnetic. Next time you feel the urge to react impulsively, to send a panicked text, to call someone out of jealousy, or to get defensive, pause. Ask yourself, is this reaction going to help me or hurt me? By mastering your emotions, you take control of your relationships and you stop being the person who's always reacting. Instead, you become the person who leads with calm strength. And that is powerfully attractive. Number 4. Live in the present moment. How many times have you been on a date, but instead of enjoying the moment, you were stuck in your head? Maybe you were replaying past conversations, wondering if you said the right thing, or you were already worrying about the future, thinking about whether this relationship would go anywhere. It's normal. But here's the truth. When you're not living in the present moment, you're missing out on the most important part of any connection, the now. The present is the only thing you truly have control over. And when you focus on being fully present, you create deeper, more meaningful connections. People can sense when you're truly engaged with them. They feel valued, appreciated, and seen. And that's a rare thing these days. Stoicism teaches that focusing on the present moment, rather than stressing about the past or worrying about the future, is key to both happiness and attraction. Imagine going on a date, and instead of overanalyzing everything, you're fully immersed in the conversation. You're listening, engaging, and truly enjoying the moment. That kind of presence is magnetic because it makes the other person feel important. They'll remember how you made them feel in that moment, and that's what will keep them coming back for more. When you live in the present, you not only reduce your own anxiety, but you also create an atmosphere where deeper connections can thrive. So, the next time you're with someone, practice being fully present. Stop worrying about what might happen or what did happen, and focus on what's happening right now. Not only will you enjoy life more, but you'll also become the person everyone wants to be around. Number 5. Communicate with compassion. Let's talk about communication. We live in an age where real, meaningful communication is becoming a lost art. Everyone's too busy texting, scrolling through social media, or crafting the perfect response. But here's the secret. The way you communicate can make or break any relationship. And Stoicism teaches us the power of compassionate communication, listening without judgment, responding with kindness, and speaking with purpose. Think about it. When was the last time you truly felt heard? When someone gave you their undivided attention and responded with empathy rather than trying to argue or prove a point. It's a powerful feeling, right? Now imagine being able to offer that same gift to someone else. When you communicate with compassion, you create an emotional connection that goes beyond words. You show the other person that you value them, not just for what they say, but for who they are. Compassionate communication isn't just about being nice. It's about creating a space where the other person feels safe to open up, where they know they won't be judged or criticized. And here's the kicker. When you can communicate in this way, you build trust and deepen your connections effortlessly. People remember how you make them feel. And when you communicate with empathy and understanding, they'll feel drawn to you in ways that go beyond words. Next time you're in a conversation, whether it's a serious talk or just small talk, practice compassionate listening. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Truly listen. And when you respond, do so with kindness and empathy. This kind of communication is rare, and it's what creates lasting, meaningful relationships. Number 6. Maintain personal integrity. In a world where it's easy to bend, change, or even mask your true self to fit into someone else's expectations, personal integrity is your superpower. It's easy to get caught up in pretending to be someone we're not. After all, social media and modern dating often encourage that. But here's the truth. The more you abandon your core values, the more you lose the very thing that makes you attractive. Integrity is the ultimate flex. It's about being unapologetically you, without needing validation from others. Imagine being so confident in who you are that you never have to chase anyone's approval. Think about what it would feel like to attract people, not because you're trying to impress them, but because they respect you for standing firm in your values. When you live by your principles, something amazing happens. You radiate confidence, authenticity, and trustworthiness, and people can't help but be drawn to that. Stoicism teaches us that true power comes from within, and it starts with personal integrity. Integrity doesn't just mean being honest with others. It means being honest with yourself. It means never betraying your values, even when it's difficult or tempting. When you live with integrity, people naturally respect you, and this respect creates a foundation for deeper, more meaningful connections. Integrity says, "I am who I am. Take it or leave it." And trust me, when you exude that kind of confidence, most people will choose to take it. Number 7. Exercise gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools for creating positive energy in your life and relationships. Think about it. How many times do we get caught up focusing on what we don't have, what's missing, or what went wrong. This mindset creates an aura of neediness, and neediness is a huge turn-off. But here's the game changer. When you practice gratitude, you flip that energy from lack to abundance, and that shift in mindset is contagious. Gratitude makes you more attractive because it changes your entire outlook. When you focus on what's good in your life, the people who care about you, the small victories, and the opportunities around you, you emit a positive, contented energy that draws people in. Stoicism teaches us to be grateful for everything, even the hardships, because they shape us and help us grow. This perspective transforms not only how you see the world, but how the world sees you. Imagine walking into every situation, every conversation, with an attitude of gratitude. People feel that. They're drawn to your positive energy, and they want to be around someone who appreciates life, who isn't constantly dwelling on what's wrong. Expressing gratitude, especially in relationships, makes others feel valued. And that's a secret many overlook. When you make others feel appreciated, they naturally want to spend more time with you. So next time you're with someone special, take a moment to appreciate them, not in a cheesy or over-the-top way, but in a genuine, heartfelt manner. It could be as simple as, "I really appreciate you being here," or "Thank you for always making me laugh." This kind of authentic gratitude shifts the dynamic of any relationship, creating a bond that's built on positive energy rather than neediness. Number 8. Practice humility. In a world where everyone's focused on building their personal brand, gaining followers, or showcasing their best life, humility has become a lost art. But here's the truth. Humility is not weakness. It's strength in disguise. Stoicism teaches us that humility isn't about downplaying your achievements. It's about recognizing that there's always room to grow and always something new to learn. Think about the most confident people you know. They're not the ones constantly bragging or trying to prove how great they are. They're the ones who are quietly secure in themselves. They don't need to tell you how amazing they are, because their actions and presence speak for them. That's the essence of humility. It's a quiet confidence that comes from within, and it's incredibly attractive. When you practice humility, you make others feel comfortable around you. You're open to feedback, willing to admit when you don't know something, and you're not afraid to say, "I was wrong." This creates an environment where people feel safe to be themselves, because they know you're not judging them. Humility opens the door to deeper connections because it removes ego from the equation. Instead of trying to impress or outshine others, humility allows you to genuinely listen, learn, and grow. And here's the kicker. People are naturally drawn to those who are open and approachable. They feel safe around you because you're not trying to compete or one-up them. Humility makes you relatable, and when people feel connected to you on a deeper level, they're more likely to open up, trust you, and invest in a meaningful relationship. Number 9. Understand the dichotomy of control. One of the most profound Stoic teachings is the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within your control and what is not. So many of our anxieties in relationships come from trying to control the uncontrollable. We stress over whether someone will text us back, whether they'll like us, or whether the relationship will last. But here's the truth. We can't control how others feel or act. We can only control ourselves. Imagine how freeing it would be to let go of all that worry and focus only on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. That's the Stoic mindset. When you stop trying to control the things you can't, you free yourself from unnecessary stress, and ironically, you become more attractive. Why? Because people are drawn to those who are calm and collected, who don't try to force outcomes or manipulate situations. Think about it. When someone is constantly trying to control the relationship or force things to happen, it creates tension and pressure. But when you can relax and go with the flow, trusting that whatever happens is for the best, you radiate confidence and ease. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you trust yourself and the process enough to let go of the need for control. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin and who don't try to control everything. When you embody this principle, you become a person others want to be around because you're calm, composed, and non-reactive. You're no longer chasing outcomes. You're living in the moment, and that's a powerful place to be. Number 10. Appreciate differences. One of the biggest mistakes people make in relationships is trying to change the other person. We often fall into the trap of thinking, if only they thought more like me, or I wish they would just do things my way. But here's a secret that Stoicism teaches. Differences are what make relationships rich and meaningful. Instead of trying to mold someone into a version of yourself, embrace their individuality. Stoicism encourages us to accept people as they are, flaws and all. Imagine how much more peaceful your relationships would be if you stopped trying to change others and instead learned to appreciate their unique perspectives, personalities, and quirks. This mindset shift is a game changer because it creates space for genuine connection, not one based on expectations or control. Think about it. When you stop trying to make someone fit into your ideal mold, you allow them to show up as their authentic self. This opens the door for deeper intimacy and trust because people feel accepted for who they truly are. And here's the kicker. The more you appreciate someone's differences, the more they will feel valued and understood. That's the foundation of a strong, lasting relationship. Next time you find yourself frustrated by someone's differences, take a step back. Instead of trying to change them, ask yourself, what can I learn from this person's unique perspective? When you start seeing differences as opportunities for growth and connection, your relationships will transform. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen and accepted, not judged or pressured to change. And when you're that person, you become someone others want to be around for the long haul. Incorporating these Stoic principles into your life will not only transform your relationships, but it will also elevate you into the best version of yourself. Attraction isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about mastery of self. When you focus on improving who you are, everything else naturally falls into place. If this video resonated with you and you're ready to take these Stoic lessons to heart, consider supporting the channel by joining our membership. Your support helps us continue to bring you life-changing content like this. And if membership isn't for you, simply subscribing and sharing this video can help spread the message of Stoic wisdom to more people. Let's help others master themselves and their relationships. Thanks for watching.